Real Madrid has given up 12 goals in 8 games. That's unacceptable. They're giving up too many goals.
True.
And for a team that has Vinny, Rodrigo, and who's the other one?
Mbappe.
Vinicius. That this is the type of a well-beating team, and they just don't gel right. I think part of the problem is that Rodrigo likes to go inside. He actually likes to sort of go to the center. Vinicius likes to go a little bit to the center too from the left, and then Mbappe likes to go to the left. So these guys collide. They're not properly balanced because Vinicius and Mbappe are both left-leaning, but Vinicius sometimes drifts to the center. So all of them want to drift to the center, and they cause a lot of problems. They cause crowding in the center part, and they can't score. And when Vinicius is on the wing, he doesn't stay on the wing wide like someone like an Olise. Olise makes sure he stays there. Osaka makes sure they stay there and cross the ball. Vinicius doesn't cross to make up for the fact that sometimes the central defenders will go into the midfield, or they'll be dragged by other players. But Vinicius is by Mbappe, and Vinicius is not able to take advantage of that and get the ball to Rodrigo. So that's a big problem for them. And this goes back. Vinicius is not a number 9. I don't know who told him he's a number 9. And he scores a lot of goals, but it's not a balanced scoring on the team. It's not a full team effort.
I think he's
the last
a
thing
winger.
also is that he's a winger, yeah. And the last thing is that the central defenders, they have injuries on Real Madrid, and Camavinga and Valverde are trying to play central defending. That's not their natural position. So there's a lot of problems with this team. When they were under Papa Ancelotti, he let them play free-flowing football, and somehow it worked. But they had Cruz. But it's just not working now. The rigid system is not working for them, and I don't know what can work for them. What are your thoughts, Afolabi?
I quite agree with you. Real Madrid, first and foremost, they don't have a number 9 again. And like you rightly mentioned, Vinicius Jr. is not a number 9. Mbappe is not a number 9. Both of them are wingers trying to be shoehorned into a number 9 position. And then the tactical discipline to hold their position when they're playing in, for instance, Vinicius Jr. plays on the left and cuts in on his right foot. He doesn't have the tactical discipline to hold his position. Mbappe, even much so, he wants to stay on the left and drifting on the right. And so many times there's no arrowhead, there's no focal point when they're attacking, and they continue to exchange positions without any direct focal point in attack. And like you said, they have some central defensive injuries. Valverde, sometimes he plays in central defense, he plays in right back sometimes. And then when they brought in Xabi Alonso, the coach that was sacked a couple of weeks back, it appears Xabi Alonso wanted to change everything so quickly. And these are players with big egos. They were unwilling to change his to his methods that he used at Bayer Leverkusen. So they were reluctant. It appears they were so used to the fatherly kind of method that yes, Bob Ancelotti used. So, and Real Madrid, they couldn't do anything about that. Xabi Alonso was an ex-player of Real Madrid who brought in new methods. He wanted them to run more. He wanted them to have sort of a kind of hybrid kind of role where when they lose the ball, they were more industrious. They could tackle, they could run back, they could do some hard work, roll up their sleeves basically. And this is
the basic thing.
Yeah,
they don't do basic things like press or scan. They don't press, they don't scan.
Yeah, they don't
press at all.
Playing under Ancelotti had somehow made them feel entitled. And so they just basically push Xabi Alonso under the bus, and he was fired. And they brought in Alvaro Arbeloa, who is a formal defender. And it looks as if that guy too is finding it difficult to fix Real Madrid. They are probably going to have to sell one of their big players and have a rethink and have a shift in focus on how they want to play. These guys look entitled, basically. They're not playing well at all.
And I don't know tactics. This guy should be the focal point of the team, to be honest with you. Bellingham. You can even put him into an advanced position. Because that guy is a central. If you push him forward, it will make the central defenders have to think before they. But when Mbappe doesn't pin. He doesn't even know the meaning of pin. He thinks pin is a needle that you put.
One of the mistakes they made was after Benzema went away from Real Madrid, they didn't get a like-for-like replacement. Mbappe is
and also Because now that you don't have Cruz.
Yes, exactly. And Tony Cruz as well. They don't have a midfield distributor like Cruz.
So the midfield is empty. There's a lot of space in the midfield. And you can't have Bellingham to come forward because he has duties he has to do. He can't come forward. He has to sit back deep.
No, he cannot.
So they have a lot of problems. And it's a big waste. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If you offer me Mbappe for free, I'll say no, thank you. I don't care how many goals he scores.
Mbappe is a selfish player, and also Vinicius.
That's just
they're all selfish players.
And they don't. None of them track back.
Playing up front.
Yeah,
they're the big boys of the team. After Ancelotti left, they brought in the other guy from Bayern Leverkusen. I believe he came up with a different style of play with his own pattern. Yeah, Xabi Alonso. He came up with his own pattern, and they find it difficult to adapt to a new pattern. Now, trying to adapt to Xabi Alonso's pattern, they've allowed him to go now. They brought in another person. So it's like you've not settled down, you're going into another level. So I think it's affecting the team. And again, like I said, what's it called? Mbappe and Vinicius Jr., they are two selfish players. They are just selfish. And when you have selfish players up front, two selfish players playing in the same game at once, even if a striker is there, it will affect the striker. So I believe that's what is affecting Madrid. I think Madrid, they really need to sit down. Maybe what they need to do now, they don't need to rush this coach. Try and get a coach that will stay for a long period of time. So the coach can really settle down and build up this thing. Because by the time you begin to give a coach mandate, the coach will begin to want to fix things. It's not magical. It's not magic. It does not work that way. Madrid is a big team. So they should just give him that time.
They need to get rid of Vinicius or Mbappe. And the reason I say so is that both of those guys have a bad attitude. So since those guys don't want to lose anybody, one of them has to go. Maybe both. You tell both of them go and build a team because those guys are not team players. If you look at Vinicius is only good at Mbappe is only good at one thing. He's fast, so he can stretch defenses. He doesn't, you know what he is? He's a sprinter. He's just a sprinter who kicks the ball. He doesn't play football. Basic things he doesn't do. So I think he's a big waste. To be honest, I don't see which team that guy should be playing in Saudi Arabia. I'm not joking. Because no matter what team you put him in, he'll mess up the flow of that team. Which is why I fear for France. So I feel for France in the World Cup because Mbappe is going to mess those guys. France doesn't have a real number 9 either, do they? No.
No, they don't. They don't. And their coach, Didier Deschamps, doesn't have the balls, to call Mbappe to others. So I fear for them too myself.
Yeah. Mbappe might mess him up. Messi's career.
I want to see Spain win, so let them keep Mbappe. All right.